Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Thank you guys so much for being here for today's wonderful episode of Market Check. The title of today's show is We're Still Ranging. Did you capitulate yet? Market Check. Now, that's a really important question. Um, and I want people to answer it honestly. Did you capitulate emotionally? Did you? There's plenty of good reasons to capitulate emotionally, right? I mean, look at this chart. I wouldn't even blame you for doing so. But this is that season that separates the men from the boys. All right. Who can keep their emotions together? Who cannot emotionally capitulate into the lows? Well, we're going to ask some of you in the comments about that. We're going to figure out who capitulated, who didn't. Thanks so much for being here, guys. Lots of ranging to dissect, but we're going to do some TA. We're going to have some fun today. I actually don't think the chart looks all that bad. I think, Tucker, you'd probably agree. But, Tucker, would you do me a solid, man? Pull up some charts, set the stage a little bit. I'm going to tweet out the links, and then we're just going to cook, man. We're just going to cook. But big hello to all you guys in the audience. I see Benj, yo, motivation and dedication. Hey, Max, hello, motivation and dedication. Rage Sky, good afternoon from Europe. Hello. Saeed, hello. Zeph, BB Boys, Magic, hey. Space Main, OI, or Oi, I don't know. Hello, though.
He's British. Yeah, there he is.
Oi.
Oi.
All right. All right. Hello, guys. How we doing? All right, Tucker. I'm gonna let you take over for just a minute, man. I'm going to tweet out these links, but yeah, let's get cooking, man.
Yes, let's do it. Somebody that I sometimes follow is the that TED Talks macro guy.
So you follow his account and then sometimes unfollow his account, or you just mean you don't
Sometimes actually track what he's doing.
Okay.
Occasionally.
Okay.
Let's see. Crypto USD Delta. Yeah, this is kind of nice. So, on a more macro scale, right? And apparently this lines up, right? He tweeted this. It lines up with Cross Border Cap, who has the best liquidity metrics I've ever seen for sure. This lines up with his uh, liquidity.
Is that just like stablecoin market cap or something? Like what is change in stablecoin market cap, or what is that?
No. This is like net liquidity basically, but global liquidity. But this is crypto specific, right? But he's saying that he overlaid cross border capital's global liquidity, and it's like identical. It's like risk off, risk on, whatever. But the next high is not supposed to happen until 2026, right? So, um, I'll say this: you don't get historically, you don't get periods of like that, right? Like if you're going green, you're going green. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you're not just like it's not a blip on the radar. Um so I mean I would say it makes sense, right? We have fallen off a little bit here. Right? That tracks, but you could even look at this on lower time frames as well, and it's decently accurate, right? You can't like, place leverage longs and shorts with this information really, but I would say as long as you keep like this steady in the green, I think you're fine, right? Like if you really start printing some red, right? Like I mean this was just the whole bear market, but I mean if you really just start like printing red and doing that, then you've got problems. But for now this backs up the case that I think it looks healthy still. Um you know, I expect it to continue to be somewhat choppy, but I don't think there's anything worrisome about liquidity, right? Which is the foundation of our spot bags going higher, basically, right? So,
Mhm.
um, yeah, you know, warning signs if this drops off a cliff, but for now, I think it looks fine. some other stuff. Some other stuff. I do think Bitcoin dominance is probably trying to top here. We talked about this morning on our morning call and yesterday, right? First bear div ever in Bitcoin dominance, which is pretty funny, right at resistance.
Wait,
I,
you say first bear div ever? Are you talking about a certain time frame?
no, ever. Well,
Ever.
what
My
is it?
goodness.
Weekly. Yeah, weekly. First weekly bear div ever
Yeah.
on dominance. Jesus Christ. Get rid of that. Was it weekly? What were we looking at? Was it 3 day?
I focused on the weekly mostly.
Was it weekly? Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
just, yeah.
Well, I mean, I would take it from, I mean, maybe even check the monthly. Is there a monthly div?
No, I don't think there's a monthly diff. No.
Nothing.
No. But the weekly's bad, man. That's very stark divergence right there into the highs. I mean, this is a classic, like you should short this, right? Like this is like a easy
Yeah.
short, right? Like bear divs grinding into resistance. Like that's a short right there, in my opinion. But
Yeah. No, I agree. I mean, there's a lot of positives to dissect, in my opinion. I mean, for one, I think that stocks look really good here, like really, really healthy. Of course, everybody seems to have forgotten, but we did in fact just have a Bitcoin halving like 3 weeks ago as well. So that's a
mhm.
positive. Um, yeah, I mean things look good. Like I see a lot of altcoins basically just coming back in to retest, um, basically retest previous levels, and they look solid. And actually, I don't know what others' dominance looks like. I mean, that's more or less what you're looking at right now. That's fine. But in my opinion, that looks like it's pretty bottomed, you know?
Yeah, others over Bitcoin. Yeah, basically, I think others.d is a ticker as well. Yeah, it is. Let's see. Oh wow, there's some TA. This had to have been a non-log. Yeah, there it is. That makes sense. Okay, yeah, deviation, bruv. That played. Um, others dominance. Yeah, I mean, I would expect it to continue going up, right? I mean, you can chop here for a little bit, but generally the trend is up, right? I don't think that's going to break. Everybody, you want to time the move where you get the like blow off, right? You want to time this move, but I think at this point, even though you're probably still early, and we've been early to the altcoin trade, technically speaking, right? Dominance speaking for a little bit. In USD terms, I think it still works out in your favor, right? I think it absolutely does. And it has, right? Like it's been
Well, we've been very skilled in picking the altcoins that actually have outperformed Bitcoin, right? Like a lot of the
sure.
altcoins we've been in, if you just chart individual alts against Bitcoin, there's plenty of alts that have actually outperformed Bitcoin, right? But the
Yeah.
majority, of course, haven't. But yeah, you are correct there.
Yeah. I mean, even if you're early though in USD terms, I think you still outperform even from here, right? So I don't know. I'd expect you to just kind of do that, something like that. But we'll see. We are gonna need Bitcoin to cooperate here. And are we pumping, guys? Are we pumping? Oh
Boys, are
man,
we
we're
pumping?
pumping. Boys, we're pumping.
So let me actually I'm gonna Tommy the chart from you. Somebody asked where Tommy was. Tommy is on a luxurious European oasis with his family.
Mhm.
So he has left the battlefield. We are now in the trenches without Tommy, our sniper. Our flank is exposed. And he's probably just eating like croissants and
Mhm.
drinking macchiatos and I don't know, he's just living it up. And here we are, you know, narrating the FVG fill on Bitcoin. Who could have foreseen? Couple of questions here. One, where is Snarkle? Where's Snorkel? Snorkel again is on his European oasis. He'll be back next week, I believe. Are we going to $800 ETH? We better not. No, I don't think we are. Ryan says, Max, is there a way to get in contact with you regarding better optimizing your YouTube for the algorithm? You could send me a DM on Twitter. I will try to get to it. I get a lot of random DMs. So just say you came from YouTube. But we do have I would probably connect you with our guys at Because Bitcoin that already do that for us. So yeah, you could just send me a DM. But I am going to Tommy the screen a little bit because I wanted to show you something, Tucker. All right, I want to get your thoughts on this.
What
All right,
you got?
I'm going to show you what I got.
Oh,
So
no.
the gallon of milk. All right, so let's take a look at this right here. So up top, here we could even go back another cycle.
What are we looking at here? Bitcoin and what?
So what we're looking at right here is Bitcoin up top and others dominance down below.
Yeah.
All right. So I will label these just so people don't forget. All right. Others D. And we'll put that in blue as well. And then this is Bitcoin, the corn. All right. BTC. Now, I want to mark out the Bitcoin halvings. All right. Just talk about this. So this one was in July. It's right here. This last one for last cycle was in, I believe, May. So right here. And then most recently, we just had one in April, right about here. All right. So what's something that, we really always see? Additionally, I'm going to mark out some Bitcoin previous all-time highs here. Okay. So here we go. You see this okay, Tucker? Just want to make sure. I'm on my big monitor.
Yeah.
You can see this. All right. Good. So we're going to mark out the Bitcoin halvings. I'll label these quick. Bitcoin halving. And we'll put this on the bottom. And we'll make this giant. And I'm actually just going to copy paste and just drag and drop. That's fine. Okay. Beautiful. Right there. Bang. So, in my opinion, Others D is doing something that it kind of always does. And for those that don't know what this is, Others D is basically, we always talk about Bitcoin dominance here. Others dominance is just like altcoins represented as a percentage of the total crypto pie. So this is all of your, smaller to mid cap altcoins, their representation of the total crypto pie. All right. So what do we typically see around this phase of the cycle, not only for Bitcoin, but for Others D? All right. Typically leading out of the bear market into the Bitcoin halving and then the previous cycle all-time high breach, we see Bitcoin, we see Bitcoin grinding up, and we start to see Others D slow grinding like this as well. Let's mark it out again here. Okay, Others D slowly grinding up into the Bitcoin halving and then the previous cycle all-time high. All right, again, very, very similar. Same thing that we're seeing right here. Now, what do we see as well? Right before Bitcoin goes crazy above its previous cycle all-time high, we actually see Others D have a nice little pullback. Nothing too crazy, nothing too crazy, but a nice pullback. Right before Bitcoin can go on to actually make like a new pronounced cycle all-time high. And I'll mark out what I'm talking about here. So we'll put this in blue. Is when Bitcoin actually kind of decides to go up and make a new cycle all-time high. All right. Definitively. Mark that out again here. So what do we see? My opinion, this is where you're at right now. You're in that pullback period right now of Bitcoin had a Bitcoin halving, and we're just kind of chilling out under the previous cycle all-time high. We're doing what we've always done. We're doing what we've always done. So in my opinion, what you're about to see here is Bitcoin's going to go up and put in a new high like this. Boom. It's finally going to go up. Boom. It's finally going to go up. Boom, wherever it ends up going. And what can you expect out of others' dominance? You're going to expect more or less mania. All right, look at this. Every single time it does the same thing coming out of the bear market. Green, it just grinds up. We get one final others dominance shakeout right between the Bitcoin halving and between when Bitcoin USD goes on to make an actual new all-time high. And then you get absolute mania and altcoins just go nuts. So when does that happen? I don't know. Hopefully soon. I'm getting tired. But we're doing what we've always done. Tucker, thoughts, brother?
I mean, I think what are the percentage pullbacks on those dominance, others dominance retracements? What is the percentage on those?
Well, now I'm gonna have to move it back down to the other pane, which I will. All right, let's take a measured move. So roughly, well, this one was weird, right? But I guess technically 70% on that one. This one, 49. And this one, we got a max of 23.
Lower.
I guess diminishing, there's a pattern of some sort.
What did you say? 71, then 49?
Yes, like just say 70, 50, and now it looks like 25 if we're kind of rounding to the nearest.
We're getting there. It probably has a little bit more to go.
You think so?
Yeah. I mean, you kind of need like a climactic low on. I mean, look at the last. Was that the August shakeout in 2020 when it nuked?
Yeah, but this again, this is the
Oh no, it wasn't. Wow.
this is
It
the
nuked while
drawdown.
Bitcoin was ripping face. Okay, that's fine. Let's do that.
I don't think we need to, man. I feel like the low is in. I
Yeah,
think the low is in.
I
this,
mean,
this
what do you think's going to happen if Bitcoin is chads to 85K? You think dominance Bitcoin dominance isn't going to go up?
No, I don't. I think very temporarily it would. I think very,
Okay.
very temporarily, and it would get faded at the highs again.
That's fine. But yeah, I mean, I think it would have to spike.
this is where you buy though. This is the Ben Cohen entry point that he's telling everybody not to. I don't know if he's telling everybody to, but like everybody's saying to hold off from buying. And, like it blows. Like the drawdown is what you buy.
I
It's
think he's
Most
just
mind
more in the
boggling to me.
Bitcoin camp. I don't think he's saying not buy. I think he's just like mostly Bitcoin.
No,
Unless
I was poking a little fun. I know he's not. But the point I wanted to get to though is everybody's is keeps on all over CT and everywhere else, right? They continue to sit here and talk about how this is where you sell to buy lower, and it's like no, this is where you dial into the market as it drops into your ranges and get your real exponentials that you've been waiting for, your real 100x's, your real
I mean, dude,
50x's.
I'm literally looking at this chart here. Like, I don't. Will you understand this chart? Like, I don't know if people understand this chart or like what it means, but like this is. I mean, dude, this is like even looking at last cycle, right? Like, look at how freaking similar this is. We even like throughout the bear market, like, look at this little high, like we like swept this little high right here. Same exact structures as last cycle, like same exact things that we're always doing. And like, it's getting ready, man. Like, we are getting so ready to just fly right now. But people are not seeming to grasp it.
Well,
It's crazy to me.
the thing is like people are saying sell all to May and buy and like Smash says sell all to May and buy Bitcoin. I've heard that. I've heard that a lot. Smash, not definitely not attacking. I'm specifically stating you could buy alts, eat the drawdown, and go up and still make way more than you would with Bitcoin. Like people are talking like right now, like they can actually catch the bottom of this move. Like they actually know where the bottom is. And it's like, no, you don't know where the bottom is. And because you don't know where the bottom is, you don't know when it's gonna flip and absolutely do 1,000x, and now you gotta chase it. Like why bother looking to chase things as opposed to front running them, eating the drawdown and understanding that your exponentials are gonna way out exceed Bitcoin. That's the part that blows my mind with this market. It's like you can smell the newness of a lot of these people, how new they are to markets. They haven't been in the market very long at all, and it's the sell high buy low mentality that they don't even know what that means. Buy low means buy the drawdown. Sell high means sell the hype. Sell the topping pattern. The
And I'm
topping
not
pattern was
seeing
at the
much
top
hype
of the
right now.
market.
I'm not seeing hype right now. Tucker,
No,
you're back on the screen, by the way.
I was just showing some propaganda. Dude, what are we talking about here?
Yeah, I can't get bearish here, man. I
I
just can't do it.
can't look at this.
I
It's the
just can't do
same.
it.
It's
I refuse
literally
to, man. I refuse to get
it's
bearish here.
literally the same.
I'm not gonna do it.
It's
I
the
won't
same.
do it.
Look at the pullback. Look at the thing. It's literally identical.
Let me ask you guys, and I've said this kind of in a joking way, but also there's a little bit of truth to it. Tucker, I want you to actually think about this. If I offered you 2x what your portfolio was worth right now, but you had to sell everything and leave the crypto markets for 2 years, would you take it, yes or no?
2x? Absolutely not, bro.
See, that's
No.
where I'm at, is like, if you were to double my portfolio value, but then I had to leave the market for 2 years and couldn't get exposure to anything, I believe you'd be underperforming right now by taking that 2x on your entire net worth.
For sure. Yeah, definitely.
I'd consider 3.5 or 4x. I would consider.
but that's what people are selling for. They're selling for a 2x drawdown, max.
Well, no, Will, they're doing the opposite, bro. Will, what I asked was, if I doubled your crypto net worth right now, but you had to basically just take a break for 2 years from crypto, would you accept that offer?
I'm not accepting anything except for me being in this market. Like I wouldn't care if you offered me 4 or 5x. I think I'll outperform that.
I'll be honest, if somebody offered me 5x my entire crypto net worth right now, I'd probably take it. I'd be looking pretty cozy. But I think I'll get there just by being in the market, right? That's kind of like my goal, is to like, because honestly, man, like, if I draw my targets for others, right? Like Tucker, maybe you could just show the others chart, or total 3, either one.
The others chart.
God, you're in ape mode. I can tell, man. You get locked in. There's something over on the right side of your screen that's always pulling you. I can tell.
No, so when I'm on YouTube, I keep you guys and the StreamYard to the right, and then but my camera's in front of me, kind of.
Wow.
Whatever. It's all good, man. You wouldn't
Wow.
understand.
Hey,
You
look
wouldn't
at
Wow.
Mister's comment, Max.
Hang on. High time frame this shit for us.
High
Do not.
time frame
High
others
time frame this
chart.
shit for us.
We need log.
Of course we do. Let's draw some targets on this, because I want to go through this question, right? I want to go through this question because this is important, right?
Yeah.
Where's our target for others, right? What percentage do you think that others could potentially go up before a global top this cycle? In my opinion, it's probably somewhere around 2 trillion for others. Maybe. I'd say a little bit shy for others. Total threes, maybe like closer. I would say 1.5 to 2 trillion is possible on others. I really believe that.
1.5 to 2 trillion. What is that? Like oh geez. That's more than I expected. What is that? A 6x, 500%?
Yeah. And that would, by the way, that would be diminished returns from previous cycles.
Oh,
It would
definitely.
be.
Yeah, I mean, what was this?
Go low to high.
Oh my God.
8,000% last cycle from low to high. Let's go from low point of the bear market right now and take a measured move. It's
To
still juicy.
1.5.
It's still juicy.
2,000.
Yeah, I mean, that's diminished returns, right? Let's draw 1.618 on there, Tucker. Let's go high to low. Let's speculate. Where could that possibly be?
Okay.
Oh
Oh,
my gosh.
oh,
Oh my god. Who could
oh,
have foreseen?
oh, we're going so much higher,
Can you
guys.
draw a little
So
FIB
much higher.
extension from high to
Yeah,
low for
yeah.
me?
So what? Here to here. Let
High
me
to
flip
low.
it.
Flip that. What are we even doing?
1.6.
You can't even see it. Can you make that not invisible?
I don't know if I
God, you
can.
just make it so invisible, man. Like dark purple with the tiniest font. Who is this guy?
There you
There
go.
he
There
is.
you
That's so
go.
much better. God, need to squint to just see anything. I mean, look at that, bro. That 1.618 is going to get swept. I don't make the rules.
Yeah, that's a punt and a half.
So that's what 400 to 500% from here for others. And I believe that my altcoins within the others index are going to do better and be top performers. This is an average, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, would I consider selling if that's my target for others? Would I consider selling my entire crypto bag for 2x my current portfolio worth, but I couldn't be in the market for 2 years? My answer is undoubtedly, without an ounce of hesitation, no.
No,
No, I
definitely
would
not.
not.
I mean, this
No,
is
I would
a 24-hour trade. If you just like set a spot stop loss at the below this low, like this is.
What is that term you just set up? What was that?
I said a spot stop loss.
I'm not familiar. What is that?
I mean, just
Stop
like
a
I
what?
just made it. I made it up, Max. I made it up. Just a
I've literally
just a
never heard
stop
that word before.
loss.
I don't even know what that is,
But when
bro.
I think of stop loss, I think solely of leverage trading.
Well, Tucker, what are you going to stop loss for? What taking profit into what? Taking profit into what? What are you going
Oh,
to
you're
take
saying
profits into?
you don't understand the term stop loss at all.
No, I don't know what that means.
That's what
It's,
it is. Okay,
I
yeah.
mean, listen, man, taking profits into what? Dollars? You like how DXY looks here? You want to take profits into that? What are you going to take profits into?
I was told DXY was bullish.
Gold.
You could
I
buy
was
another
told
watch or something. That'd be nice.
I
That
was
What are you
would
told
going to
be
take?
oil
nice.
was bullish.
What, you
Yeah.
want to take profits off of this chart into DXY? DXY looks better? Hell no, man. Hell no. What do you
No.
take profits into? I'm seriously asking. What do you take profits into?
You'd have to take profits into like real estate or gold or watches or something
None
tangible.
of that shit makes sense.
Or
None of that makes
Bitcoin.
sense.
You just buy Bitcoin with your shitcoin
That
profits.
doesn't
Yeah.
make sense either.
Yes, it does.
You buy Bitcoin in the bear. That's when you buy Bitcoin.
Sure.
You buy Bitcoin on the drawdown. You buy altcoins on the run up because you're gonna outperform it by a fuck ton.
No, I'm not.
Like
I'm not saying to buy Bitcoin here.
Guys, I don't want to do this today. Please like the stream. You thought I wouldn't
What
notice.
are we
I
at?
did notice. I don't even want to say the number out loud. It's pathetic. It's pathetic, man.
What? Oh no, I have to check now.
Dude, it's bad. They're gonna panic like it right now, though. I know that they're
I
panic liking.
I don't think people understand what a position means for growth. I don't think people understand what a growth position means. I feel like people just come in here and like just talk on Twitter, talk in the comments. They don't know what growing a portfolio is or what performance is, right? If you played sports, you know what performance means. You know what the word performance means. And if you know what the word performance means, it means you are looking to outpace everybody else, right? That's what performance means. That's what a performance portfolio means. That's what a growth portfolio means. I feel like there's so many people trying to come in and trade and don't even know the difference between a growth portfolio and basically a static portfolio, something where you're probably getting dividends, which don't actually equal shit. I mean, I was talking to a guy the other day, said he came from Forex. He said there's no money over there. He's like, I just started dabbling in crypto because there's no gains in Forex anymore.
Well, you just have to use a lot of leverage. That's all.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
crypto is forex, man. That's the thing. People don't understand it, but like this is literally forex, not DXY. Well, I guess technically, but I meant like our altcoins are just forex, man.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's not hard to understand. Like you are looking to outpace your biggest opponent. What's your biggest opponent? It is in forex. It is SPY. If you are doing better than SPY, you are trading well, right? Or at least that used to be the case. Now I'd say you're probably grandpa. But in crypto, If you are outpacing Bitcoin's upside, you are doing very well. You are doing. It doesn't matter if you got 100x. Doesn't matter if you got 10x. Doesn't matter if you got 20x. If you are outpacing Bitcoin, you are doing well in this market. If
Tucker,
you
go
are
to
not,
Bitcoin, bro. I think we're moving a little bit.
yeah, you are
Oh, we're
exactly. See,
pumping, boys. We're
Boys, we're
pumping, all
pumping.
right.
We're pumping.
Can
Did you
you,
short the
boys.
lows, Anon?
Did you
can you,
short the
Tucker?
lows?
Can you highlight that comment from Mr. Smith? Can you highlight that comment? That is exactly it with trading. Like, I'm not here to compete against other people. I'm here to compete against myself. That's it. You are your own opponent. You are trying to perform better and better as the quarters go on. That is all it is.
Tucker, what's over there?
I was just reading the comments. I was just
Dude, look at this pump, man. Look at that pump.
I know. Do we need the aggro on, boys? Boys, we are pumping.
Is it an aggro day? It's an aggro day. Get
Who
the
could have
aggro up, man.
foreseen the bounce out of the FVG? Oh my. Larry is a finger on the green button, man. Just
oh man.
oh man.
Price is not seen since yesterday, man. What a bunch of
know.
freaks that shorted the lows. We are so back.
I know.
We are so back, baby. We are so back. It's like we never left.
I know.
Oh man.
Oh no, wait, I think it's on mute.
What is that noise?
Jackus and I turned it on to bongo. I don't even remember how we did it.
That's pretty brutal, I'm not gonna lie.
Bro, I was wondering what the silence was, and then I was looking at this. I came back in.
Oh, we're
Thought I was in the Congo.
Dude, you gotta turn that off. That's bad.
Did it stop? All right, it stopped.
Yeah, it stopped. That was really bad.
I know. Oh wait.
Dude, we can't do that. We can't do bongo. It's
Fine.
terrible.
Oh man. All right, what are we on, the 5 second?
Oh, we're nuking, dude. What's
It's
happening? Oh my gosh, man, it's over.
Look at those orders. Jeez.
Dude, what's happening? We're nuking. Oh my god, bro, we've pulled back 50 points. Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know with the whole Bitcoin thing. I mean, we talked about it this morning with the chats, and it was, basically at these lows. This is like people aren't seeing the range. Like, drop it on the monthly. It's so obvious.
Will, we're on the 5 second, brother. I need you to
We're just
adapt.
joking around, Will. We're just joking.
No, I'm just saying. Like, I was seeing some people in the comments, and they were talking about we're back at 60K, but yeah, we were going to be. We were always going to come back to 60K, and I think that's what a lot of people were not anticipating in this range, and that was because our monthly open had no wick. We had to create the wick on the bottom of the candle, and now that wick is formed, and same thing with the weekly. The weekly open was also no wick. And now that that wick is formed on the weekly and monthly, now we can kind of hold this range, probably veer out of it slowly, and then we're gonna move. No, I'm not coming at the chat. I think it's
No,
pretty
you're
fair.
coming at the chat, Will. You know it. Come on now. Embrace who you are, Will.
No attacking the chat today. I'm actually very chill, man. Like, I got out of look. I made a decent bag. I got out of Crody and a couple other bags. Pretty much the day everything tanked. Right before the tank. Well, the day before everything tanked. The day when I saw the LLC said, "Oh, we're buying Crody because we think it's going higher," and a bunch of other stuff, like I was like, "Ah, I'm good. I'm good. You got VC stepping in." Um, but at the end of the day, I think like I've been taking this as an opportunity to better DCA positions, or at least spread my positions better, right? Or readjust my portfolio in some cases. I even went on my ledger, which I haven't done in a while, and I kind of readjusted some things. And I'm just preparing for this big run, man. I'm ready. I wanna hit that 10 to 100 mil this cycle, and I think I can get there. That's why, like
Did
I
you
said,
say
like I don't know if
10 to 100 mil? What did you just say?
yeah, 10 to 100 mil, bro. Like I'm literally going full risk,
Dude, we're
full
nuking. It's
risk.
over.
Oh my goodness. Max, read Doritos. Dorito just
Surviving
commented in
will.
our
He
Discord.
said.
Read what Dorito said.
Look, I have conviction on my plays, guys. Like I have conviction on my potential, and I have conviction on my skill set. So I think like those things are something that other people need to build. They need to build their confidence in their plays, and they'll do better performance on their portfolio. I'm confident on my plays, man.
Dude, munching Doritos. Sorry, Will, but like I just
Yeah.
now I'm only gonna eat Doritos from now on. That's the thing. Like you don't understand. I'm just gonna go to my local gas station and just buy a family pack of Doritos. Do you understand the implications of that? The obesity that will ensue immediately following that decision? And it's because of what he said
The
in the Discord, man.
obesity.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Dude, I used to work with a guy that would have Doritos for breakfast every single day.
Don't tell me that.
Looking
Like,
healthy here, boys. Looking healthy.
Yeah, we are, man. How are stocks looking today? They were looking really good this morning.
I mean, all you got to look at is Nvidia. That's it. Everything else you can ignore. Maybe a little Apple.
Higher. Higher, boys. I hate the gaps. There we go. Look at that.
Tucker, you got to zoom out and show them how high over all time high we are.
We are decently above all-time highs.
I remember when people said we were going to triple top,
Dude, look
double
at
top.
this. God, why didn't I just punt this? Oh my God, the mid-range.
Imagine the long on
Oh.
that. Oh, you would have
No,
made so much
one of
money.
the dudes in our Discord is, I'm pretty sure he's still long from like 4103, like the Pico bottom right here. Giga Chad. Now this will be an area to think about things a little bit. 5,600.
I think when people look at this from a zoomed out perspective and see how high above all time high we are, I think their mindset kind of changes a little bit.
So do this, Tucker. Zoom out. Just keep all the drawings. Those are great. Zoom out a little bit for us. Throw on the effective federal funds rate down below. You could, yeah, that's fine. You could get rid of RSI. So if you just draw out, so like we're at this point, we're expecting the first cut. You can keep it in log, bro. You can keep it in log.
Log.
We can
I
see
don't
it.
think it
Yeah.
was in log.
Oh, we'll put it in log then.
We'll put it in log.
But just zoom in on like, from, yeah, right there. That's perfect. The amount of time we go back to like 2016, 2017. But let's include some price action. So pull the chart up so we can actually see the COVID drop and stuff like that. There you go. So look at the price action that happened during the Fed pause into the first batch of cuts. Okay. It was like we just grinded higher, right? Even into the first batch of cuts. That's how I expect the rest of this year to play out. Is like, grind, like a mechanical grind up, couple drops, mechanical grind up, and then we'll get some poor economic data and we'll get a correction. I don't think it'll be like a COVID crash, right? But through the remainder of this Fed cycle, I don't see why this time would be different. And I think people being bearish here are very, very early, very, very early on it.
I like
Yeah.
the comment Todd made. Anyone been keeping an eye on Garris Holloway? Is he okay?
No.
Who?
Tucker knows. Tucker knows who he is.
He said Gareth Soloway. That's what I said.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah, you do, Max.
Maybe if I saw
He
a
was
picture. I'm a
next door to
visual.
us
I'm
in
not good
Bitcoin
with names,
Miami.
man. Maybe if I saw a picture.
I'll put
I'm
a
not good with
picture on
names.
the chart.
He's the pro trader.
He's
Hold
a
on.
he's a professional trader. Well, technically, I'm a professional trader. You're a professional trader. We do it for a living.
That's him.
Does he have a ponytail now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, I was like, I know that face, but that doesn't look like the same guy. Okay, all right.
Oh,
What did he say
man.
something about this chart or something?
He called for 10K so many times, bro. So many
10K
times.
what?
Bitcoin.
Oh, really?
Endlessly.
Whatever.
Well, no, the real. I mean, a lot of people did that, but the real folly I think he made was he was shorting Solana the entire run up
Oh, that's not good.
and just
Solana's been one of the
destroyed.
strongest performers for sure.
Yeah, man, you can't be doing that. You can't get away with that. But yeah, look. So with this, the first cut we had a little nuke. The second cut we had a little nuke. After that, right, from like the third cut until COVID, you just went straight up.
Yeah, it's like the first two cuts were like mean reversion cuts. It was almost just like it was like nothing was wrong yet. We just got lower interest rates and the market was like, "Oh crap, this is bullish." And then of course you got your COVID catalyst. So again, it's not about the effective federal funds rate. It's the economic data, right? And it's connected because the federal funds rate is going to be determined by the economic data at large. But I don't see
6%. That's not that much.
nothing, man.
5%. And then we just went straight up until COVID.
Straight up until something actually broke. And I think that same thing's going to happen this time. We're like, we'll get a couple bigger corrections sometime, I don't know, sometime at the end of this year when we presumably get our first batch of 25 basis point cuts. And then, everyone will expect something to have broken and nothing will have broken. And then eventually there will be a very obvious something that occurs maybe in 2025 or even I have no idea, right? Like I don't know when it's going to happen. Just saying, like, wait for something to go wrong and or like don't just assume that like something's going to go wrong just because like it's just going to happen. It's bound to. Yeah, no shit. Things go wrong all the time, but interest rates are elevated and the market looks really really healthy. I don't really see the catalyst right here. I don't know about you guys, but I do not
Well,
see it.
charts are not screaming it either. That's the thing. Charts will signal first, and that's what a lot of people aren't understanding. They think that they can catch it before charts catch it. No,
You
your biggest whales know what the fuck's up. They will sell immediately once they know.
And you know how they always catch it, Will, for at least for stocks, Tucker. Maybe you could get rid of the federal funds rate and swap that out with weekly RSI. What I've noticed, man, is that literally weekly RSI bear divs have basically predicted every single correction, high time frame correction for the S&P 500. Weekly bear divs. Like go to every high time frame correction and look at the weekly bear divs that have printed. It's almost every single time. It's truly unbelievable because when Will is like the charts will show you, I look at this almost every single like probably like every 2 days just to double check that there's not like a bear div printing on the S&P 500 on the weekly time frame. You might need to turn off hike and
Bear
poopy
div.
candles. Turn off your hike and poopy candles.
Bear div.
No.
What do you mean no?
No. That's a 2-week chart. Go to the weekly.
Dude, that's a bear div. Oh my goodness gracious.
No, you get too high time frame because then you don't take into consideration that this is a manipulated Ponzi and you need to adjust it for increase in M2 and also US inflation rate.
You turn off the Heikkens and it's actually not a bear div.
I wanted to.
So it's not. I've looked at this inside. So go to the weekly and just look at go look at like the high time frame tops, right? I mean, you could start with the most recent one if you wanted, but I guess we could go back to. Either way, look at the weekly bear divs that print like right at the top. You get your first weekly bear div and it's literally exit all markets, brother. Like every single time. S&P 500 weekly bear divs, exit all markets. And you can go back and do this, for decades and it just continues to play.
I mean, this one is bad. Oh my god, look at this! Just
that one. I mean, that one you would have exited too early.
But you would have missed. You would have seen the bear div here. I mean, you would have avoided that, but you would have missed like what? You would have missed another 40%.
That was the .com bubble, so that was like crazy bubble. But yes,
let's. I wanted to point.
Look at even our most recent one, man. Like, look at that perfect div.
Yeah.
So when Will says it's in the charts, I'm looking at this.
You better hope this doesn't print one right now.
Well, if it does, then we know, right? Because that would take the S&P 500 into all-time high, 5,600, and we print, a weekly div.
I wanted to talk on Smash's comment there real quick, just really fast. So it says both bulls and bears are looking at the same charts, projecting their bias. This is the harsh truth of TA. I'll give you a little bit of I'll give you some advice from just from experience, right? Just from experience. So two factors matter. Are your bulls always bulls? Are they never bears? Are your bears always bears? Are they never bulls? Right? Those are two factors you have to take into account with that statement. And then going into that too, everybody is going to have their own perspective. The problem is, or at least the problem will be, is when everybody's playing on the same side of the playground. That's when it's dangerous. When everybody's bearish, it's dangerous. You're probably near a bottom. When everybody's bullish, it's dangerous. You're probably near a top. That's where your signals kind of play better with that statement. Is everybody playing on the same side, or is it half and half split? And I'd say it's still a half and half split, and we're in an uptrend, so we have more uptrend to go.
And I just told Naka to network short ETH because he just told me that 1,200 is the bull case.
Bro, what?
Yeah.
You said bull case?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Bro, I didn't know so many people in crypto did meth.
Yeah.
Look at this chart. Look at this chart. Total 3. Holding our EMA bands. We haven't even gotten above the complacency shoulder.
Whoa, that is some artwork you just did. Have you been working on that?
I got a lot of artwork saved, man. This is how I spend my time. I'm a visual learner. I need to paint this stuff to understand it.
Yeah.
Look at this. What are we talking about? The real fun begins when you get above
the shoulder, yeah.
You get above the shoulder. And the same thing happened for Bitcoin. If you remember us talking about that, when it finally did happen. When you get above that previous bull market complacency shoulder, that's when the real magic happens. And if we want to throw up like Bitcoin dominance here as well, you can see that, Bitcoin dominance peaked at the exact same point that total 3 got above its previous bear market complacency shoulder. So, I mean, it's not perfect, right? But what if it just boop, and we once again see this being the exact same case, holding our EMA band.
Oh, that's good. That's alpha. That says Bitcoin dominance needs to go just a little bit higher there.
Well,
yeah. Look at 2020, the end of 2020. Like it could do that. It could put in a higher high like that. And then
I'm hesitant to even say it needs to because it just doesn't matter to me. Like it doesn't change my positioning at all. And I don't want people to interpret like me suggesting Bitcoin dominance could take one more stab at the wick that was set, like 57. And it would mostly be off the backs of, for one, Bitcoin chatting to like 80K. And it would basically be altcoins just lagging, right? It would just be like alts are just kind of like about to wake up and haven't yet. I think you would maybe see that like one more deviation, like one more final, more or less the equivalent of this. Okay. Let me remove all this crap right here. More or less the equivalent of this right here. Okay. So if we zoom in really, really closely, and Jackus was showing this nicely. He was saying, and actually this will be interesting. Let me recreate what Jackus was doing. So let me throw up Bitcoin dominance. He's saying that, this is basically where we're at, but inverted. So let's go to like the 2-day, and let me hide these drawings. This is going to be a cool example, I think. Oh, my computer's really laggy right now. It's super frustrating. Okay. He was basically saying, and I largely agree with what he said. He was like, we're kind of in the equivalent of like our FTX capitulation right now. Here, actually, let me move down. So he was like, yeah, we're like right in this region. Like this is your chart, okay? And if we were to look at these two comparably right here, so Bitcoin is on the left, Bitcoin dominance is on the right, and to look at this and just go, they're obviously, they're not the same thing, right? But they're, like from a market like psychology perspective, you could argue like it doesn't matter what you're trading; they can all do the same thing. This is your, this is your bottoming range, right in here. And if we look at Bitcoin dominance, and assume kind of the same thing, what you might be in for at the end of the day before this is all said and done is that same type of move into the lows that Bitcoin USD did before a global bottom. You guys remember that? Where we came back down, swept the capitulatory low, and then turned around. So this is Bitcoin dominance inverted. So, maybe we do something like this, like Bitcoin did, right? Bitcoin chads up, Bitcoin dominance sweeps the previous, capitulatory wick, and then, then it starts its capitulation like this, whatever. So maybe something similar. Does this make
Just
sense?
don't know if you've gotten that move from 20K to 16.5 yet. The FTX nuke.
Bro, you for sure got this. Look at this thing. Look at this.
I don't know.
How do you say no to that?
I don't know.
This is a 6-month range, brother. Look at this. This is a 6-month range. How could you say that this wasn't a serious deviation?
I think you could still be at, what is that, 18.7? Go up.
Like here?
Yep.
Then how do you explain this huge deviation? Like, you just ignore it?
Yeah. No, but
I
like,
don't understand.
your move down from 51% to 56% probably included that.
Bro, look at it flip now. What are you talking about? You're literally yammering. Look at this.
I don't know.
How do you say this is not a deviation? Like, I want you to explain that to me, unless you just misspoke. This is literally a textbook deviation, brother.
Well, then you're not expecting you don't deviate a deviation.
You did
right?
here. That's what I was just explaining.
Well, then it's not a deviation. That's the deviation is the last sweep, in my opinion. Right?
No.
Yeah.
No.
You don't sweep a deviation is like that's it. Like it's done.
Okay.
We're going.
Look. Okay, let's dissect this then.
All right.
Here's Bitcoin inverted, right? Okay, this is the FTX capitulation. Within a deviation, you could have, so all of this right here, this entire cluster is a deviation. right?
Hold on,
All of this
hold
is a
on.
deviation. But within the deviation, on a substructure, look at what we had right here. We had a sweep of the initial capitulation. So you could say that this here was in fact another deviation, right? On a substructure. You
I could
follow
see
that?
what you're saying with that. Yeah, if you're saying it's a
So what I'm
deviation within a deviation, but I just
so that's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying here for Bitcoin dominance. Like we could be, this could be our deviation right here. This looks like a deviation to me. But from a substructure perspective, if Bitcoin chads to 80K and alts lag one more time, we could have a final sweep of 57 and it's just still considered the same deviation. And then it just nukes.
all right, but look at the Bitcoin dominance chart, right? Like did you flip it or anything? No. Okay, zoom out a little bit on it. Dominance. Dominance. Okay. Put it on like the 3-day. I mean, all of the spikes, that's what it does, right? It just spikes and then it pulls back and then it spikes and then it pulls back again. It's like, yeah, we're putting in bear divs grinding into resistance, but like you could have said a lot of those were deviations, right? Looking back. Like not the first couple peaks, obviously, right? But like in that cluster to the left of where we're like, I can't even hang on. I got you. Like you could have said all like deviation. You know what I mean? Like
But you
that
didn't have a
doesn't.
range to support it even being a deviation. It was a trend. What we have now is a 6-month range.
I don't know. I don't know if I would call it more of a trend, honestly.
No, that's what I just said. Is I say you had a trend before, but now you have a range.
Mm,
I'm stealing it back. Look.
it's a tough sell. Put on some EMAs and tell me it's a range. That's a tough sell.
So here's your range. You could have potentially tried to call this one a deviation. Okay. But then it held as a breakout. So it wasn't a deviation, right? So this was a failed deviation.
Mm-hmm.
And then you kind of have like this transition zone and markup to your next range. That's where we're at right now. And in my opinion, this is a deviation or a potential deviation. And unless you break out, come back, hold this, and then move up again, and you make another range like this.
I mean, just throw some EMAs on it. Just literally do that.
Dude, this is a range.
I mean, you've only touched the bottom of the range once. That's tougher for me to call it a range. Yeah, look at the trend. That is a trend. I mean, it might be weakening, it might be topping out, but like I it's maybe a lower time frame range, but like on a daily or above, like that's just an uptrend in my opinion. And it's like I would fade it once. Look, I want it to nuke as badly as the next guy for sure, but like I would fade it once you really start closing under those bands, right? Or pick your favorite EMA. Like that's when you fade it. But to me, it just looks like an uptrend. That's probably petering out, but yeah. I mean, I want it to nuke, right? I want it to nuke too. Don't get me wrong. Like, send it to zero.
I mean, it's trending, but it looks like a trend that's coming to an end, in my opinion. Very much so. But I would allow,
Yeah.
my only point is I would allow, and dare I even say expect something like this. Just like your little substructure deviation like this. If Bitcoin does Chad, it wouldn't surprise me to see that for Bitcoin dominance. Like
Mhm.
just like this, boom.
Oh yeah, that would be fine. That would be nice, and it'd be clean, and it would look identical, right? That would be nice. I don't know if we can just expect it because that's what Bitcoin did at the bottom. You know what I mean?
I expect it because that's what Bitcoin did at the bottom.
We have to expect it.
I expect it.
I don't know, brother. Let me put on some EMAs, man. We need some real EMAs. I don't know what your little ribbon was.
Dude, you liked my ribbon just a second ago on Total 3. You said, bro, that was artwork. Look at that thing. Oh my gosh.
I just,
Look at that
yeah,
beautiful ribbon.
it was a nice ribbon.
It's
Hang
a
on.
nice ribbon. You like the colors.
Let's put this on the, yeah, let's do that. Like this is when I would fade it, right? Like, okay, for me, the weekly, this is an uptrend, 1221 EMA, super basic shit, right? Like bounce, bounce, bounce. You lost it, little fake out, bounce. Like this is just a trend for me, right? But if you like, obviously I own a ton of altcoins, right? Like a ton of altcoins. So obviously we're all technically early to this, right? But if you wanted to play it super technically, you'd wait for like that, right? And these bands come here and you'd hammer the rejection right there, right? And then you just trade it down to here. Level to level me matey, right?
Nah. Short the piss out of Bitcoin dominance, bro. I will
Yeah.
not relent. I will maybe allow for a sweep of that last wick, but that's it. That's all you're getting.
Yeah.
That's all
But
I can.
I'm not saying it goes up. I'm just
Such a
saying.
Bitcoin maxi. You know, you've really shown
Me?
your true colors.
No.
Yeah, you just want
No.
Bitcoin to go up forever.
Oh
Unreal,
my God.
dude.
Maybe some of my puppets go up forever.
Do you even understand how bullish Evan Casey is right now? And you're
I know. I
waffling
see
about
him.
this.
I see him. Get your longs, boys. Tomorrow should be wild.
Dude, Evan's a do not fade. You don't understand.
Yeah,
Evan.
Study Evan Casey, the American dream.
Evan, I still want to get you on the show, bro. I invited you a long time ago. You never came.
I know.
It'd be so much fun.
Let me
Imagine just Evan doing TA and trading live on Market Check. It'd be incredible.
that'd be the best content we could ask for, bro.
I know.
FVG fill. Oh, it's over. Let's make it red. There you go.
No, dude. Bitcoin dominance is gonna go up forever, Tucker. That's what you said.
All I said was that it's a trend and not a range because it's clearly a trend.
I'll show you a trend, man. I'll show you a trend. You know what you don't know shit about trends. That's not a trend.
This is a trend.
That's called a distribution, brother. Study distributions.
Study healthy uptrends.
Dude.
No, I know. Send it to 0.
Study loss of momentum, bro. Send that shit to 0.
Oh man, I wonder if you can. I haven't even put an RSI on this thing. Can you do that? Tell me you can. Oh, nice.
What
This
are
is
you
what we
talking
should have
about,
been.
dude? You showed us earlier in the show. You
Oh
said
yeah, you're
Bitcoin
right. Of
dominance
course
never
you
put
can.
in a div before.
Yeah. No, you're right. I forgot.
I was
Hold
like,
on.
I swear I'm losing it. We just did this.
I mean, yeah, obviously you're putting in the weekly whatever, but I don't know, man. You're just hanging out.
All right,
Just
you're
hanging
done. I'm
out,
taking it. You're done. Look at this fucking
man.
chart, bro. Look at this wedge, man. It's over.
What
It
am I looking
is
at?
over, my
What is that
man.
in log?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It is in log. What's it to you? It's over.
All right, let me see. Is this the line that Will had me draw like a long time ago?
Look at this chart. Look what happens when Bitcoin dominance nukes. Here's Bitcoin up top. Here's others down below. Look at the percentage differences. I got blue dots and red dots marked out. It is over for Bitcoin dominance, man. Maybe one more stab at the highs and then alt season.
Do we think XRP is going to kick off alt season
Dude, we talked about that a while ago.
by winning the lawsuit?
We talked about that a while ago. That would be really interesting. Dude, Caspa looks so good, bro. Damn. Just damn. I should probably buy more.
What is that Bitcoin at 25K?
Yeah. Look at this chart, man. Unreal.
I know.
I scooped these lows. I scooped the deviation.
Yeah, I don't hold any anymore.
What?
Nah.
You cheated?
You held?
What?
You held the whole time down
The
from
whole
16
time.
From 16
Not, I
to
haven't sold
10?
a single penny.
Oh, Mac. Yeah, man. We were buying it at 10 cents like a few months ago, and I cheated it at like 15 or 16.
Dude, I've held the whole thing and I bought more at the lows.
Oh, Max, that is pain for months, though.
No, none at all, dude.
Yeah.
No
Look
pain.
at that downtrend, brother.
That's no pain.
That's pain. For me, that would be
I'm
pain.
the anti-Jeet, man.
I know you are.
Yeah. I'm unshakable, man. I'm completely unfazed.
I
You
mean, I
cannot
might
phase
have
me
to-
or shake me.
I might have to scoop it again, but yeah, that's a painful downtrend.
Dude, what are you painful, brother?
It literally just bled for like 2.5 months and did nothing.
Dude, I'm up on my entry, bro. My initial entry,
Study
I
opportunity.
still
cost.
holding. I was buying all of these wicks every time we were down here. And then I just got a generational second entry right here.
Max, study opportunity cost.
Where would I have put that money instead?
Pepe.
Which I already have a huge bag of. Thank you
I
very
know.
much.
I know.
And I'm still diamond handing all of that.
Of course.
Look at this, man. This is about to happen. You're about to get this right here. And now you have to worry about repositioning.
I'm not
You
worried
sold and
about
you
repositioning.
you cheated and you let your future offspring down. And me, I diamond hand and actually doubled down. We are not the same.
Double down.
Yeah,
after
you sold
bleeding
and I
for
doubled
4
down. We
months.
are not the same. You don't understand. You wouldn't get it, man. I have a son I have to look in the eyes every single night. How am I going to go home and say dad sold his Caspa because he was getting chopped up locally while it was holding support? That could never be me, man.
Because he was underperforming memes.
Dude, underperforming memes.
I'm saying you could have been more in memes.
Nah, dude. You need to relax.
That's all I'm saying.
Look at this chart, man. How could I possibly sell this chart?
I like it. I'll hit it on the throwback right there at 10 cents or whatever.
Dude, Caspa's gonna rip in everyone's face, man. People
What is
forget how
that,
hard
to
it
a
sends. Do you
dollar?
remember last time it sent, man, how quick this move happened?
Bro, if you're
Yes, I
buying
do.
anything that
I
has
do.
utility, it's over. Okay.
What did you say?
If you're buying anything that has utility, it's over for you.
God,
I'll see you under a bridge somewhere in LA.
Oh my god.
That's how this works. Like, look, if they're not talking about McChickens and working at McDonald's, I'm just not interested.
Dude, Franco
That's basically
understands.
it.
Look at this. Franco understands.
I know. Franco does understand.
Franco understands. I'm completely I refuse to be bothered. I am calm as the storm rages around me. Everybody panic selling, I'm panic buying.
They appreciate Hagrid's honesty, though.
The second I
That's
hear
cope,
this
bro.
has
That's cope.
Let's
That's
go.
like a participation medal, is what that is.
the second I hear this has a use case, I'm out. That's it. The second I hear this has a docs team, I'm just not interested. Like, if it doesn't say community token taken over, rug by the dev, I'm just not interested.
Like, Will, I'm with you partially, but also do not fade Caspa, bro. Do not fade Caspa. You don't understand, Will.
Mo, the biggest nonsense yapper. Oh, nice balloons, by the way. With the biggest growth portfolio in the game. Love to see anybody outperform.
Will is the true retarded. That's a compliment, Will, by the way. That's a compliment.
I know. I know how that works. It's you got to turn brain off. Ape now, think later. Right? The think later comes, I'm up 100x. Let me take some off the top here and put it into something else that makes no sense.
Don't sleep on Caspa, man. Don't sleep on Caspa.
Max, I'm gonna tell you. Okay, I'm gonna tell you live. I bought a coin yesterday. It was a freaking kangaroo that died. I'm not gonna name it. It's a kangaroo that died. That's it. That's it.
What are you talking about? You go to the
That's
zoo.
What
are you talking about? What is bro waffling about?
I have no idea what are you talking about crypto, or did you literally go to the zoo with your daughter and a kangaroo died? Like, what are you waffling about? Is that real?
Talking about crypto, bro. Talking about crypto.
You bought a dead kangaroo? What are you talking about?
A meme coin.
Yeah, I'm not gonna name it, so I'm just telling you what it is.
Did you make money?
Oh yeah, I'm up big.
On a dead kangaroo?
Crypto coin, yeah. No use case, no utility. I'm already up like 4 or 5x. Last time I looked.
But imagine you could have been up 10% on Caspa with me.
10%.
Yeah, imagine. Yeah, who's the idiot now, Will? You could have been up 10% with me.
10%. Oh my god. Next level, man. Next level. I just come on here yapping every day, guys, watching my portfolio grow by X's, not percentages.
Will. Wait, are Whiff and Caspa the same market cap? Is that real?
They're close. If you
Somebody
understand this.
Which will do more X's?
The answer is yes.
The answer is yes.
Which will do more X's? Yes.
Look, I don't see community takeover on Caspa, so I don't know, man. Sounds like a rug.
Dude.
Sounds like a rug.
Now you're just waffling, Will. Now you're waffling. Now you're completely waffling.
Look, if the community hasn't taken over yet, then the VCs have.
No, they haven't taken over Caspa, and they can't take over Caspa unless they go and buy it on the open market.
They got it. They got it at the beginning. They've already taken it over.
Will, now you're waffling and you're lying. Will is literally.
I mean, technically, we don't know. You know,
We'll just share a meal with the dead kangaroo behind Wendy's.
Behind Wendy's in a dumpster.
All right, hang on. I want to check this out. Check Bitcoin dominance plus USDTD, bottom of 2018 to 2020 top. See how many weeks it is and compare it to now. All right, let's make a chart. Let's do it.
Bitcoin dominance plus USDT dominance.
So are you saying to add together Bitcoin dominance and USDT dominance, or what are you?
You must be.
Or is he saying just put them side by side? Because that's a big difference, you know? Let's try that and see what we get. Bitcoin D plus USDTD.
So it's basically Bitcoin dominance.
Slightly
bottom of 2018.
Bottom of 2018 to 2020 top. See how many weeks it is and compared to now. Okay, so let's mark out our bottoms. So here was our bottom in 2018. Here was our bottom in 2021. And then take that to the top. 1,085 days. Oh my. Oh my. This must have been what you meant.
Wait, where are we at now? Is it actually at
1,064, bro? Was to the top. Right now is 1,092. Oh my.
It's cooked.
Oh my. Who could have foreseen? Thank you, bag holder. I'm going to tweet that out and steal all the credit for finding it, bag holder. Thank you for that. I'm just kidding. I won't do it. I would like to maybe tweet that out, though. I'd give you credit if you can share your Twitter account. That's an interesting little find right there.
No cap though. Like, just for everybody to kind of think about this, like, if you were to pick a meme coin over any altcoin this cycle, you way outperformed.
But
if you picked anything without utility,
it's the same as Bitcoin dominance, though, isn't it? Unless, oh no, Bitcoin dominance technically made some new lows there, so it isn't the same. Okay. Sorry, what were you saying, Will?
No, I was just saying if you picked anything without utility versus anything with utility, you made way more X's in my perspective. I literally told Max in September of 2023, I was like, look, I'm switching my entire portfolio to memes, which basically no utility, fucking shit coins, and we're gonna see who does what here. And I'm telling you, like the meme, it played, man. Like there was nothing, no other. Like people are not speculating anymore on your utility. They're speculating on, can we do whatever the hell we want in whatever we want? And that's what you're seeing with these memes. Like people are like, oh, it doesn't make sense. It does make sense. It's people doing what the hell they want with their money. They want to lose it, they'll lose it. If they want to gain on it, they'll gain on it. And they're speculating on speculation. The antithesis of betting, right? The casino. That's the way most of you treat this anyways. You treat it like a casino. I just play the hand where the most hype is. Or where it will be, at least.
And it's in dead kangaroos, Will. You're convicted on that?
Look, I think it's going to play. All right. I think it's going to play, and I think a lot of people don't get, like, if you don't get it, that's even more reason to be bullish. I'll put it that simple. If like everything you've left curve this cycle, look at what it's done. Look at what it's done. It's a simple process.
So what we're looking here is Bitcoin and Tether's representation of the total crypto asset class. So it kind of makes sense if you think about it, because it's like when people go risk off, they either buy stable coins or they buy Bitcoin, right? Kind of depending on the season. And look at both these peaks right here. So both 1,085 days apart, or 1,000-ish plus days apart from bottom to top. You can also see that at this point as well, we saw a nice hefty pullback in others' dominance, right? As we were coming into this final high. That's an interesting find right there. And then, of course, we had alt season. We had alt season kickoff right here.
Oh, man.
I wish there was a way, Max, to actually like separate VC coins from every other coin, because I guarantee you, altogether, they've underperformed massively.
I mean, imagine this. Yeah, there is. We could make a manual one. We could.
It's because people are getting tired of getting their heads dumped on by VCs. They're just not interested in buying that shit.
Look at this chart. What are we talking about, man? Come on now. You kidding me?
Do you want to account for the halving?
What do you mean?
The halving was May 11th, 2020.
Man.
Mark that out.
Hang on. I'm going to just finish this quick. You want me to mark the halving out?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So that was May of 2020.
Mm-hmm.
So put
Do
that in
the
blue
current
again.
one.
Right about here.
Thiago, just so you know, it's not like it doesn't say like dead kangaroo. It was actually a famous kangaroo that died a long time ago, but it was just like it's like Free Willy or whatever, right? It's a famous animal that died, but it's kind of like a memorial coin, more or less.
So I'd rather do this, Tucker, because we've been front running this whole cycle. I'd rather look at it and go, when did Bitcoin make a new cycle all-time high? And I look at this and I go, yeah, that paints a much clearer picture than the Bitcoin halving. Like, look at that. Both happened right around.
I know the tops. The tops definitely line up better with the all-time highs for sure than the halving. Yeah, nuke it, man. Nuke it.
I mean, Observer, I completely agree, bro. Like, Observer gets it. He gets it, man. Like, memes are going to melt faces in this cycle.
Wow, man. That's interesting, man. That's really interesting. What an interesting little find.
The timing.
Yeah,
the timing.
Yeah. The timing. Where's Jackus?
I would say this: the frequencies question, how many means fail? All of them will fail eventually. It's about getting in, knowing when the hype is there, getting out with most of it, riding it, and seeing if it can run harder. That's basically it. You're trying to grow your portfolio, grow your net worth, grow your wealth, and then take that wealth and rotating it. That's just the smartest way I've seen to do this whole cycle.
What do you think about that, Will?
Yeah, I mean, you're trading with the crowd. That's it. Like there's really no VCs dumping on you, no weird shit. Most of the team already dumped on themselves. Like it's these coins that are washed out community tokens are easy W's. They're just, as long as the community stays strong, these coins stay strong. And I think if people are deleveraging as price continues to grow and grow and grow, they'll be fine. Like I don't think there's much risk as long as you're deleveraging. I mean, shit, they'll all go to zero at some point. I think it's just until then, play them while they're here. Take advantage of the game while it's available to you. Like people tend to forget, crypto comes once every 4 years. You get this opportunity once every 4 years. You have to make the most of it. And I've found time and time again, making the most of it lies in being the person who's going to do the opposite of what everybody else does, and then everybody else follows you later.
All right, guys, we got to call it here. I got to go get my kid's car seat installed in my car. So that has to happen right now. I'm about to be late. Guys, thanks so much for being here. Fun little session today. Great market check. Before you guys go, please consider liking and subscribing. Last but not least, if you want to see behind the curtain, if you want to trade with us, if you want to know all of the, I guess, private, intimate details of me, Tucker, Will, Tommy, Wabi, Jackus, everybody, the entire Because Bitcoin team, you want to see our active positions and speak with us constantly, basically 24/7 access, and do upwards of 2.5 hours a day of private live voice calls with Q&A. Definitely consider signing up for the Discord, which is the first link in the description below. Unparalleled experience. There's not a group out there that works harder than us here Because Bitcoin. You will see that very quickly. Within the next 30 days, you are also going to be given free access to our new flagship product called the BB Terminal. It's basically a Bloomberg terminal, but for crypto guys. It's got portfolio tracking, heat maps, derivatives information, literally everything that you could want bundled into one super website. Last but not least, the second link in the description below is to BB Academy, which is our new masterclass here at BB. We spent over 6 months meticulously crafting it. It is awesome. It's very, very fairly priced. If you want to learn how we do TA and FA and basically how the entire Because Bitcoin team succeeds in these markets, we conveniently package everything for you guys in the second link in the description below. It's very affordable. You will certainly learn something. You will enjoy it. And again, that's the second link in the description below. We can save you a lot of time and money learning the wrong strategies. So sign up for the BB Masterclass. We are calling the BB Academy. Again, that's the second link in the description below. But yeah, guys, thanks so much for being here. Please like and subscribe, and we will see you guys tomorrow. Take care.